Hello friends, and welcome back to Wickedly Whimsy. Today I have a brand new spring DIY video for you, and we're going to be making May baskets. So before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe, turn on that little notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. All right, let's get started with this project. So for today's project, I wanted to do kind of an old-fashioned craft that I remember doing when I was a kid with my grandmother, and that was make May baskets right around Easter time. Now, I think the tradition has kind of withered away because I don't hear very many people talking about May baskets, but I remember back when I was a kid, it was such a big deal to make May baskets. You made one for all of your neighbors, you made ones for all of the kids in your class at school, and you'd go and hang them on the doors of your neighbors or bring them to school and give one to your teacher and give one to all your friends. So I used to love it, and I thought, why not try to bring that tradition back again with this fun little project that I'm going to do today using coffee filters. Now, I don't think we actually used coffee filters. I think we used crepe paper when I was a kid, but the coffee paper or the coffee filters actually work really well. So what I went ahead and did was I just took regular white coffee filters, and I used some food coloring in some bowls, and I just dyed my coffee filters. And then to dry them, I stuck them in the oven, and I just dried them at about 300 degrees for only about 2 to 5 minutes. That was plenty of time to just dry the food coloring onto that coffee filter. So it was a really easy process. I did a bunch of different colors. I did some different techniques where I dipped just the rim into the coloring and then let it dry upside down like this in the oven. And then I did some techniques where I dipped the rim and then flipped it over, and the coloring kind of bled towards the center. And then I also did another technique where I kind of brushed on the coloring with a paintbrush. So there's lots of different ways that you can do the dyeing. I didn't do the dyeing for this video only because it would have taken too long, and for the sake of the video, I kind of wanted to do them ahead of time. Now, I also want to mention quickly that this is a kit that I'm going to be putting together for my Wicked Cool Crafters over on Patreon. Now, every month I put together a different kit of some sort with a theme, whichever theme is for that specific month, and it gets sent out on a monthly basis to my Wicked Cool Crafter members. Now, I have 3 membership tiers. I have the free membership over on Patreon, which anybody can join. It doesn't cost anything to join, but if you want to get more involved and get more hands-on, be able to get my digitals, be able to get my monthly Happy Mail kits or my curated boxes, you'd have to become a paid member. So there's 3 different paid memberships. So you can head on over there. I will link that in the description of the video. But for this month, the kit that I'm sending out is going to be a kit that's going to include just about everything you're going to need to make this project. So in addition to the already dyed coffee papers that I have here, I just have a little scrap of cardstock that I have printed. This was from a previous project. I think this was one of my Christmas projects that I did, but it's just a scrap of cardstock paper, and whatever, I mean, you don't have to have a specific size. I'm using this size, which is it's like an 8 1/4 by about 2 1/4. But basically this is going to be made into kind of like a cylinder like this. Now, you could also use the cylinders that toilet paper come on when they're done. You could use the paper towel ones. I'm just using a scrap piece of paper because I like this size. You could use cupcake cups, whatever, anything that you can find that you can kind of make this shape out of, you can definitely use. But I'm going to be using that. Then in addition to the paper and my coffee filters, I have some few other little extra things. I've got some yarn, I've got some decorative, these are vintage earrings that I'm going to kind of maybe use as decorative. You can use like little bits and bobs of anything really. I have a little tray or a little glass of all kinds of little extra things that you could use. You know, I have little glass discs, you can use buttons, you could use just about anything that you have collected, and it's just for decoration. So if you're going to be making multiple of these to give out, you know, just have an assortment of little things that you can use for decorating. Now, I also have some little bits of paper flowers and some little fabric leaves. Now, I used to be able to find the fabric leaves at Dollar Tree, and I did stock up a long time ago on them, so I do have quite a few of them, and I'm going to be including some in each one of my kits, but I can't find them at Dollar Tree anymore. But probably Michael's or Hobby Lobby will probably have these little fabric leaves, so you can have those, or you can just cut out leaves of your own out of your own fabric. So this is just a few extra things that I have. Then I have pipe cleaners. These are just 2 fuzzy pipe cleaners, and again, you can use whatever colors you want, and the pipe cleaners will come in the kit for my Patreon members. So basically, when I put kits together, it includes just about everything you'll need to do the project, with the exception of obviously like glue and sometimes like added scrap paper or something like that I don't usually include. All right, so let's get started putting this together. What I did first was, I have quite a few different colors that I could use. This is way more than enough than you're going to need to make one basket. You could probably make multiple baskets out of this, but I'm just going to show you what I did, because I'm going to kind of layer these coffee filters a little bit to make it look almost like a blooming flower basket. So basically, I'm taking one of my coffee filters, I'm folding it in half. I'm folding it in half again, so it makes a quarter, folding it in half again, and then I'm folding it in half one more time. So I have this kind of very thin, almost like piece of pie shape of my coffee filter. All right, so then I'm just gonna, on one side, the folded side, I'm just gonna cut kind of at a diagonal up to the top. And then the same thing, I'm going to cut kind of at a diagonal down the other side, kind of just to make this pointed shape. Now what that's going to do is that is going to give me, when I open this up, kind of the shape of leaves for my flower, just like that. So very easy. I kind of did this ahead of time with a few of them, but that's what I'm going to do to start. But I am not going to cut the rest of these. I'm just going to leave the colored ones just as is. All right, so I'm heating up some hot glue right now, and I'm going to take my little piece of paper that I have here, and I'm going to make a little cylinder like this. I'm going to just put some hot glue just along the rim here, and then I'll just fold my paper onto that and just kind of hold it in place till it sets. So I have a little cylinder like this, which will be kind of the base of our flower basket. Let me know in the comments if you made these when you were a kid or remember making May baskets back in the day. I'm an 80s kid, so it was kind of a popular thing then, and I think it was even more so popular, you know, mid-century. Okay, so once your glue has dried, then you're gonna just take one of your coffee filters, like you have here. Now, I always pick the one that I want to be kind of the inner portion of my flower first, especially if you're gonna layer these up and do multiple. So I'm gonna use this kind of lighter pink color as like my inner petals of my flower. And I'm going to take a little bit of my glue, and just at the bottom where the bottom is gonna touch my coffee filter, I'm just gonna put a few little daubs of hot glue just to set this in place so it's not like bouncing around. And then I'm just gonna set this right down in the center of my coffee filter, just like that, just so it sticks, and that way I'm not having to, you know, kind of hold it and finagle it. All right, then I'm gonna take little bits of hot glue, and I need more hot glue on my gun here. And we're gonna just start putting little dollops of hot glue on the edge, and we're gonna fold up a side like this. And we're gonna kind of keep wrapping around, folding up our coffee filter into that hot glue. Make sure you make like a little separation. You don't want it all super tight. I mean, you can have it tight to your cup if you want, but I'm just doing like every couple of inches. I'm gonna do just a little dot of glue, and then I'm just gonna pull up the paper kind of right where that glue is. Like that. Now, if you wanna go in and fill in a couple of spots, if it is too loose, go ahead and, you know, kind of fill in a couple spots just to tighten it up a little bit. Now remember, this is the inner layer of your flower. So usually the inner petals are tighter than the more exterior petals. All right, so there is kind of the inside portion of my little basket. All right, we're gonna take another coffee filter, and I'm gonna use, let's see, which one do I wanna use? How about one of these? And the same thing, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue just around the bottom, and I'll set it right down in the center of that second coffee filter. And just like I did before, I'm gonna just put little dollops of glue and kind of just push that coffee filter, that second layer of coffee filter flour into those glue dots. So this is just a really easy project. You can make a bunch of these. It's not hard at all. Now, the closer you go to the bottom of your cup, the more the top can, you know, pop out. So I'm gonna put glue kind of down closer to the bottom on that layer, and then kind of just fold out my pieces so that they look like petals opening up. All right, so I think that looks pretty good, just like that. All right, now for my last layer, because I'm only gonna do 3 layers for this particular basket, I'm gonna use one of my pieces that I cut to look like green leaves, and that is gonna go on the very bottom of my cup. And again, I'm just gonna take a little bit more glue, go around that edge, stick that right in the center, just so it kind of stays in place. And then at the very bottom, I don't wanna glue the leaves up high because I want the leaves to be kind of popping open a little bit more. At the very bottom is where I'm gonna put my glue. And I'm gonna kind of just push the bottom portion of my leaves into that glue. Just like that. And then again, if you want to like kind of bend some of your leaves out, or, you know, crinkle them out a little bit, I think that would look really pretty as well. But there's kind of what your flower looks like. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just around the base of my little basket here, I have this thin yarn, and it's in a green color. You could use ribbon, you could use lace, whatever. I'm just using the yarn because it's like kind of a nice springy color, and this is also what I'm including in my kits this month. So I'm gonna use some of the yarn, and I'm gonna just again put a little dollop of glue right at the base. And every couple inches, I'm also gonna put some more glue, and I'm gonna wrap that yarn just around my base. Like this. Keep kind of wrapping it around. I'm actually gonna do 2 layers of this yarn. So I'm just coming back on my second layer up here. So there's where I'm going to end off. I'll just do a quick little cut. And this just kind of finishes it off a little bit, gives it, you know, makes it look like it's kind of like a base to this basket, which I like. Okay, so now we're going to add our handle, and that's going to be our pipe cleaner. So on the inside of my basket, right along the seam, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to try to hide that seam. I'm just going to put a strip of glue right where that seam is, and then I'm going to just stick my pipe cleaner right in that strip of glue on one side. And then on the exact opposite side, I will do the same thing, do another little strip of glue, and we'll bend our pipe cleaner over and stick that right down into our glue. And kind of push it down there till it sets. So now we've got a cute little handle on our basket. All right, I'm also going to use some of these leaves and flowers to decorate. So right on the edge where my handle is, I'm going to take some of these little fabric leaves, and I'll just hot glue maybe a couple to one side and a couple to the other side. We'll do a fabric and then maybe a little fabric flower. About one of those, and maybe one sitting right on top like that. Just for a little decoration, and you can do the same on the other side. All right, now to kind of finish the basket off, as you can see, you can kind of see all of the glue and stuff on the inside of the basket. You could use tissue paper, whatever, but I like to use like little decorative cupcake liners. And so I have these cute little liners. These are like a metallic liner. I'm kind of bending it smaller so that it will fit down in my opening better. That way it's not only giving you kind of like a cover for all of that glue, but if you wanted to put candy or mints or anything in here, now you can use kind of like a clean surface to put your candies and stuff in. So I am going to just quickly take a little bit more glue, and just around the edge of my basket, I'm going to put a little glue, and then I'm just going to push my cupcake liner down in. I want it to pop. This one is such a pretty liner. It's got like this pretty scalloped edging that I want it to kind of stick out the top a little bit. So that's why I'm using the glue, so that I don't push it all the way down so you can't even see the liner. So just pushing it about there, and then I'll just bend out my little petals. So now I have this cute little, almost like gold centered flower on my little basket here. So very simple, very easy to do. You can do a bunch of these. You can fill them up with candy. You can fill them up with little gifts. You can, you know, they're perfect little May baskets. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little easy tutorial. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications bell, and that way you'll be notified when I post a new video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.